Hey guys, JC here again with WEDGE Concepts, and in this video I'm just going to help explain the differences between your VANTAGE score and your FICO score. So let's get to it. I gotta thank you again for checking out my channel. Definitely go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Click the like button and definitely check out my other videos. I believe that I have some great content out there that you all will find very useful and helpful. All right. So in this video, I wanted to dig into the differences between your VANTAGE score and your FICO scores. I use 3 or 4 different applications to look at to monitor my FICO score or my credit score. But what I noticed is that some say FICO and some say VANTAGE. So I wanted to kind of get an idea of what the differences are between the two because my scores aren't the same. So first, let's just explain the difference between what FICO and VANTAGE is. So FICO is going to be the Fair Isaac Corporation score, which was established in 1956. That's the industry standard. It was developed by an engineer and a mathematician. And currently, right now, we're using FICO 8. Your VANTAGE score, which was developed in 2006, that was developed by all 3 credit bureaus. And most free credit websites like Credit Karma, they'll use the VANTAGE score. Both models are definitely used to evaluate the applicant's credit worthiness, if you will. The scoring models, the criteria is slightly different, but both help create models using software that analyze your credit report to help come up with these scoring models. Now, this is what I found very interesting. One score that is developed from your credit profile using one of these models is your risk score. Okay, now your risk score is a score that helps predict the likelihood that you'll fall behind at least 90 days in the next 24 months on a bill or a credit card or a note or mortgage or what have you. This is different than your credit score. Okay, this is your risk score. Now, of course, both models, they have generic scores where they'll just hand it over to the lender and allow them to use their algorithms and their criteria to make lending decisions. But you also have industry specific scores when it comes down to your home loans, your auto loans, and your credit cards. Both models are definitely updated to help predict consumer behavior. So, for example, a lot of times when buying new cars, consumer behavior dictates that every 3 years or when a car reaches between 30 and 60,000 miles, people are going to sell that car. So what lenders would do, they'll front load their interest, but their models will be, hey, in the next 24 months, what's the risk? What's the likelihood they'll fall behind? Because if they can make it to 3 years, most likely we can make as much money as we can as the lender, and then they'll sell it off and pay us the rest. Okay, that's just an example. But creditors definitely test and choose with different models because they want to be able to determine what's best for their particular customer base. And I find that also interesting because that's typically what credit unions tend to do. Now, when it comes to the score ranges, both of them, the score ranges is the same. It's identical, between 300 and 850. But what is considered good is slightly different. So with the FICO score, good is considered around 670, and with the VANTAGE, it's around 700. Now, there are different types of credit scoring model factors, and I'm pretty sure everyone is familiar with these, but your credit score is going to depend on your overall credit profile. So the main factors, right? We got your payment history, you got your card usage, you got your length of history, your mix of accounts, you have your inquiries, your derogatory items. Now, FICO uses percentages, and we know that your payment history is going to be 35%. The amount owed is going to be 30%. Your length of history is going to be about 15%. That right there is 80% of your score. Now your Vantage score uses they don't use percentages. It uses something they call influentials, okay, where things are extremely influential or highly influential. Now your payment history is going to be extremely influential. The average age or length of your accounts is going to be high, and your percentage of your credit used is going to be high. Now, I want to make sure that I make the distinction between the two. When you have your FICO score, the top three that make up 80% of your score is going to be your payment history, the amount owed, how much are you in debt, okay, and your length of history, credit history. Whereas your Vantage score, history is still important, but the age or average age of the account is more important than, or as important, is less important than your payment history, but is equally as important as what your utilization is. Okay, so the bottom line is that there are definitely differences between your FICO and your Vantage score. Okay, they each have their own scoring models. Lenders take these scores and your credit reports, and they use their own algorithms to figure out, you know, how they're going to lend, who they're going to lend to. Now, the easiest way to improve your score, your credit score, is just to pay on time. All right? Pay on time. I guarantee you, I guarantee you, if you focus on building your credit history by paying on time, you will improve all of your scores. All of them, no matter what algorithm or scoring model or formula the lender is using, you will have no problems. Okay? Now, I hope you find this informative. Definitely click the subscribe, click the like, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I missed something. Let me know if I should add more. But definitely check out my other videos. Some great content out there as well. So do me a favor and let's build together. Okay? Peace.